What's going on, guys? I want to apologize to everybody for disappearing. September was an interesting month for me. It was my birthday month. Now that's over, and I'm gonna be honest with all y'all, I'm not a fan of my birthday. Every year I just feel like a complete failure. So that kind of took over mentally, and I filmed a couple videos and I scrapped them all. They weren't good enough. But here we go. We're back. Also, I kind of really went in depth and dealing with a lot of stuff that I just needed to do. For instance, take a look at the little shop room. I know right off the bat, it looks still pretty chaotic, but I pulled a bunch of transmissions and motors out of there. That's all Corvette stuff. That's for the LS240. Back there is an SR for the SR240. I also pulled every Subaru part off the shelf, so there's nothing Subaru on here. This is all Beamer, LS, SRS14, AM Series 2 full standalone for SR, LSA supercharger, and that's about it. Just some light bars for the tow truck, whole set turbos, 4Runner stuff back there, Tundra stuff. So yeah, I killed a lot of projects. It was just time to move on and focus on other stuff and stop beating projects to death. One of those projects is this. This was going to be a 3-part video on rebuilding these things. I was going to go over interior, exterior, headlights, all that. So as you can see, it got new headlights. It only needed a new radiator, but I was going to pull the motor and do head gaskets, do a how-to on that. And the interior was absolutely trash, so I pulled the seats, pressure washed them. They look brand new. Put black carpet in it, new floor mats, the usual stuff. Now this thing looks absolutely amazing. I picked this car up in February for that series, so it was just time to get rid of it and move on from that. As far as back here, I went ahead and went through all my tires. There was just stacks of tires absolutely everywhere. We only got a couple kicking around remaining, like these. They're called like work emotion. So I decided not to scrap those. These are for my 135. And then I got a couple Duratracs in good condition. So that's pretty much all that survived over here. Then back over here, I had a pit bike. I gave the pit bike away. Also, you notice the pit bike that I never use and don't really care about. So we're gonna take that to his place too. Try to start it or just throw it on?
Does it run?
Yeah. Ran when parked 3 years ago. So the pit bike runs very badly, which is kind of what it did 3 years ago. Let's go check on Joey. And it is pretty hot out here. Gotta make sure to stay hydrated. So what do you think?
It's a great time.
Temp's good?
Yeah, almost yellow.
Yellow's okay, red's bad. Yeah, I know. I never rode it, so whatever. 3 KO2s back here survived. There was more stacks of tires, they're gone. These are about the only ones that I'm keeping. This is a set of rims that I've had. Another set with brand new tires. This is the set I picked up for the 2-wheel drive 4Runner. Funny that I bought those when I found another set. But that's what happens when you have a ton of stuff and you kind of just forget what you have. Everything right here is going to scrap. This is 40 rims and tires. I counted them. And some of them were like, these were for a lifted Subaru. Those are brand new KOs. They're just old though. KOs, they're like from 2010, so almost 14 years old with 200 miles on them. Trash. I kind of just lost my mind and had to clear a bunch of stuff out. And I thought the county dude would be totally like stoked on that, especially because there was like transmissions just everywhere here. And he said some bullshit about the scrap metal everywhere. So I went and really just went to town on deep cleaning. The dude behind the Rover never came and picked it up. So in here, I cut the seat out to store more stuff. There's 4 good Subaru transmissions matching with diffs, all labeled, organized, tagged with the transmission codes. Then back here, good EGA 20 short block, T56 from the C6 Vet. This is a blown up 3rd gen transmission. It's blown up somewhere in the front, so I'm going to use the tail housing on the back of that 1UZ, which is the same tranny as that, but it's 2-wheel drive. So you can put the back of this on there and put it in a 2nd gen 4Runner, and that's how you do the 1UZ power. We'll see if that project ever happens. I don't really know at this point, but I got everything shoved in here, so the yard looks better. That brings us to the dude from the county. He came by a few days ago on the 1st, and he was just like, yeah, you're fucked. We're going to court. I'm writing up the court documents on November 1st. So November 1st, he's going to be back here. And that's D-Day. Now, I thought it's been looking great because I've really just been going in deep. But he says the main issue is just the amount of cars that are abandoned or inoperable. As of right now, I'm not going to do a damn thing. I have a plan that will come out later. But in my opinion, like, it's not that bad because, like, these all run. Like, those run. We're totally going to get into a pissing contest over here because, like, this thing's been given away and it looks terrible. This thing, though, I know he's going to have a problem with it, but I'm just going to register it and put a plate on it. This thing runs and drives with an LS1. It's a 4.8, but whatever. And, like, this 4Runner, this thing runs and drives. It drove to right where it is. The issues are it was T-boned, but I have doors here for it and it just needs a rocker put in it. This thing, I did a 4x4 swap. I just haven't wired it. My truck, it runs and drives. I'll fire it up right now. Well, I won't because I don't want to get a battery. But this thing runs and drives. It just needs a radiator. I just have never put one on. It was just my project and it's for me. This thing, ever since I messed with it, it doesn't run, so I need a new wiring harness, or I think it's the igniters that are bad. That thing runs. This thing's just getting new pistons. This thing's ready to go. I just insured the Rex yesterday, so it's getting a plate and it's sticking around. So in my opinion, it's not as bad. He doesn't see all the cars I'm keeping and I'm just gonna tag. So in his mind, there's a ton that hasn't been done, even though all I gotta do is go insure them and register them, and then he can suck my nuts. More specifically, the neighbor can suck my nuts. Anyway, that's kind of where I've been. I just had to get some stuff done. So sorry for disappearing. I'm back now. We'll get back on the grind. I have the pistons, so we'll do the XT part 2 next. And then also this thing. I just gave this X3. This is my 2013 X3 with 94K. It's now my dad's. And the reason is the tow truck, I obviously put it in a terrible spot. So we kind of made this other path for him to get in. And when he was backing that way with the Audi, he blasted this right into the tow truck. Now that's a quarter panel hit, so that is not cheap. So obviously I felt really bad about that. And I was like, here, have an X3. Also, no one wants to buy it because it's salvage title. I have 2 more N20 powered Beamers that are clean title, so I'll just sell those. That's kind of the update there. Another thing is, like, my dad, you can just tell he's getting really old. I've kind of just been spending more time with him and kind of working on our relationship there, which is good for me. Good for my soul. I've been struggling with my whole editing game because my setup hasn't been good. I need to get a bigger laptop. I need like a 24-inch iMac or else like a 40-inch monitor or TV to use. So here's what I've done. I picked up this height adjustable desk off Amazon, which is pretty nice. Cool that it does stuff like that. And now I have a desk spot to edit videos. So on top of that, I don't have internet here. Every time I upload a video, I gotta drive 30 minutes to go upload a video. And it makes it real hard for me to get like on Epidemic Sound or Artlist or whatever I'm using and find music. I have the app on my phone and I do it from my phone and like them. And then it's just this whole pain in the ass. So huge upgrades are coming. These just came in. Got Starlink. Super stoked on that. Good internet out here where it's been, I had CenturyLink before and I tried to upload like a 2 GB video and it said 8 hours. I was like, no. Canceled my internet right after that. So that will be a huge upgrade that will just make my life easier, because currently there's just been so much running around, so much not having a home base, and it's just been a terrible situation for me to be in. But I've somehow managed to do decent. I wouldn't even go far. I wouldn't even go as that far to say decent. I've been doing a real shit job of being a YouTuber, so I'm really sorry for that, but I'm gonna step up my game. I promise you guys that. I have plans on where a bunch of these cars are going. I stopped by my boy and coordinated a bunch of stuff. Stuff is in the works, so make sure to subscribe so that you'll see what's going on. Appreciate everybody that's been watching, and I promise I'll do better. What you doing, mama? You want your seat back? I gave her this. She's been killing birds in it and stuff, but it's okay. It's just a shitty race seat. We'll see you in a few days when we do the piston replacement. See you guys later.